Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Denise and welcome to the next episode of all my cottagecore Nancy Meyers thrifting, antiquing adventures. So today I thought I would do a recap of my birthday weekend that my boyfriend and I spent in upstate New York. We were in Rhinebeck for a couple days and I was so excited because I was reading that the antiquing and thrifting up there is amazing. There's so many antique stores in all these little towns and there are streets full of antique stores and I was so pumped. Like I went to the bank, got my cash, I was ready. I was like wearing my, walking shoes and all of that. And it turned out to be a wonderful weekend. I loved all the towns that we visited. The restaurants that we ate at were incredible, but the thrifting was some of the most disappointing that I've ever had, ever. And I hear people talk about their bad thrifting, like, oh, Goodwill's near me, like, don't have anything good, or, oh, I never find anything good when I'm going thrifting. And I'm always like, I don't get that, because where I live, the thrifting's amazing. We have an amazing estate sales, antiquing, thrifting, like all of it is so good. And I guess maybe I just took it for granted because when I went upstate, it was slim pickings. Let me tell you, we spent 3 days up there and we were going to spend a fourth, but we actually left early because I was getting kind of depressed. So let me take on the tour because there were so many amazing, really cool places that we went, but the prices were insane. And there wasn't any balance. It was all just like expensive, expensive, expensive. Even the thrift stores, the consignment stores we went to were like priced way higher than I pay here in New Jersey. And so me being very cost conscious, AKA a cheapo, I really didn't want to spend that money because I was like, I can get this at home for half the price, So I did end up picking up a couple things, which I'll show you at the end. But enjoy this video because we did go to so many fabulous stores.
So our first stop was a place called HOFFMAN'S barn. They had a lot of salvage there, which was cool to look through, but not my style. I'd never seen these before. These are piano score rolls. You feed it through the piano and the music plays itself. Nice little blue and white pot, and they had a lot of these country crocks. We spotted one of these old Plinko machines, and I thought this was really cool. They had two really, really old Fords in the warehouse as well. This was such a cool piece. It's to hold different size screws and things, and they had triangular drawers. I mean, look at it, super cool. I also love this wavy bamboo table made in Italy for $600. Okay, this next spot is called the Antique Warehouse. And you guys, we were not prepared. There's something like 40,000 square feet of antiques in this place. I feel like this is where all the designers and people like Martha Stewart come antique shopping. Because guys, like I said, nothing in here was cheap. I spotted this cute wingback chair, $2,200. Maybe some of the coolest antique furniture I've seen. All these antique cabinets were incredible. If I was doing like a farmhouse project, I would 100% get this for my kitchen. This one was priced at $10,000. The size and detail on these cabinets really blew me away. For such a statement piece, I actually think $3,200 is more than reasonable. They had some pretty pricey Wedgwood, life-size giraffe, anybody? Or maybe a taxidermied fox? No? Okay, how about a Cape Buffalo? Or his hippo friend? This place was so huge and some of the booths were stuffed with so much stuff. I really liked this vase and these dolphin candlesticks, but they were $150. At this point, we were getting really hungry and we hadn't even really made a dent in walking through this place. Knowing that these prices were definitely out of my budget, we decided to call it quits and we went to grab some lunch. Guys, this next store, I could not believe my eyes. Look at how much stuff was in here. It was stuffed so full that there were signs everywhere saying you couldn't touch anything, but it was certainly an experience that I absolutely loved. It's giving 80s opulence, Trump Towers in its prime. Absolutely incredible. So after an unsuccessful first day, I decided to focus my shopping more on thrift stores and consignment stores in the hopes of finding some more reasonable prices, which to be fair they were, but the selection of things that they had were really not quite my style. We left this first store empty-handed, and by this point we had spent almost a day and a half shopping and I had bought one thing. I did spot this garden stool at the next antique mall we went to, and I wish I had picked it up. It was really pretty and also a really great price. Not gonna lie guys, at this point I was kind of losing hope. We ended our second day at Beekman Arms Antique Market. I don't know guys, my hopes were so high for this trip, and at this point I was just resigned to not really buying anything. It was still really fun walking around and seeing all the different things. This lamp was really pretty. It was priced at $195, which honestly is pretty fair. And that was kind of it for day 2. Would you have bought this lemon mirror for $1,000?
All right, so what did you guys think? That was interesting, wasn't it? Yeah, like every day I woke up, I had so much hope. There was so much promise in every day, and every night I went home and I was kind of bummed out. I was really kind of bummed out. But I did get a couple beautiful things, so let me show you what I got. First up, at HOFFMAN'S barn, I got this beautiful Longaberger basket with a solid wood lid. It's actually very heavy. And this I paid $19 for. You can see the Longaberger stamp at the bottom. I love this shape. I don't have a basket this shape, so I'm very excited to put it somewhere in my house. Tell me where you guys would use this. I feel like usually it goes next to the toilet, but who reads magazines on the toilet anymore, right? I only brought a big bag with me, and I was walking through all these stores, and you know how jam-packed some of those antique stores are. And I was getting a little bit of anxiety because I was like, oh my God, what if I knock something over and it's not $10? It's literally $100. So my boyfriend and I managed to go to a little vintage store and picked up this cute straw bag for $5. It has a little attachment and it opens up like this. And it was actually perfect for the trip, and I love that it's round. I love how pretty the color is with the leather strap. I can't believe I got this for $5. So you know what? This was a win. The next thing I got, I already put it up on the shelf, so let me show you. Here it is. It is this cash pot that I got for $34. It is pretty big, as you can see, and unfortunately it's holding a very ugly fake orchid in there, which is why it's also sitting on top of my kitchen shelf, so you can't see how fake and ugly the orchid is. But I do think the pot makes it so much better. There's a lot of detail on this pot. There is actually a scalloped edge, and you can see the little handles on the side. Very, very pretty color. I'm so thrilled to get this for such a great price. So on Sunday, when we went to the Beacon Flea, which honestly, they made such a big deal about and was literally like 10 stalls in a parking lot. I actually cannot believe how bad the thrifting was. And guys, I'm being so honest with you. And if you live in upstate New York, please, please tell me where to go, because we went to so many places like you could see in that tour, and I struck out. I struck out. I really did. But I did get something from the Beacon Flea from this nice man who was selling all these like old, I don't know, carpentry tools. Look at this. He told me this ruler is about 100 years old and all the master craftsmen used to use it. Okay, so you can see it's wood. It has these brass hinges and it opens this way. And then it opens this way as well. So you can see how beautiful this ruler is from start to finish. The hinges are so smooth. I can't believe this thing is about 100 years old. It closes perfectly, and then you fold it back up this way. And I was looking for a ruler for my desk, and this is such a special piece. We paid $15 for this. I don't know, what do you guys think? Was that too much to pay? Like, let me know in the comments, because this whole trip, I was just fighting the pricing. And at the end of the day, my boyfriend felt so bad for me as we were leaving upstate New York. that he offered to stop by one of my favorite antique stores on the way home. It's called Sugar Plum Cottage in Andover, New Jersey. And I did pick up something very, very special there, which really made my birthday trip so much better. But continuing the theme of the whole weekend, these were not inexpensive either, but I think they were 100% worth it. They are brass bookends, and this entire weekend I was looking for horse bookends. And I know, that is not a horse, that is a unicorn. And this is a lion, but I saw these and I just had to have them. So my favorite animal is a horse, and I just think this unicorn is so gorgeous and beautiful. And then I am also a Leo, so the lion makes so much sense for me as well, and I love lions. And so these are sitting actually facing out on my cabinet and not, you know, bookending anything because they are too pretty to only be seen from the side. And I paid about $130 for these. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you've ever had luck in upstate New York. Let me know what you think of my finds. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing a lot more videos, and I'd love to take you on my thrifting journey with me.